Collins, source 3.
Go right ahead. You can just use the down arrow or scroll.
With the mouse?
Yeah, or you can use the touch plate there too.
Okay. Hello, gentlemen and gentlemen. So, Gentlemen and germs. So this is my Collins Source 3 presentation, and I did Bede the Venerable, which is about the history of the English church and the English people during this time. And no one knows exactly, but this is the best we can come up with to try to think what he looks like. And Saint Bede the Venerable migrated to Britain in the 5th century, and he had Germanic cousins who were the Saxons and Jutes who migrated with him, and they transformed the land into England and called the land of the Angles, hence its name and how it sounds like England a little bit. And their influence and missionaries made England a place for Catholic, I spelled bishops wrong, for Catholic bishops and monasteries. And Saint Bede was a monk who had great influence in the northern English kingdom. And King Ethelbert made a judicial decree to protect the church and bishops from anyone who tried to steal from them. And his successor was the son Eadbald, who was very prejudicial to the new church. Yeah, so Europe has a history of Christians, fighting each other. So, and he didn't want any part of the faith of Christ, and he actually had corrupt morals and slept with his father's wife. Yeah. And so he was not supportive of the church or its beliefs. And the result was that he was troubled by an evil spirit. Another king, Sabert, died, and all of his sons were pagans. So, unlike his Christian predecessor. They also did not support the godly church views, but lived in idolatry, and they refused to be washed in salvation because they didn't think they needed it. Obviously, people are taken by pride; they don't think they need it, but they expected the bishop to still let them eat of the holy bread. That's kind of weird. Why would you think you refuse to be washed in salvation, but they expect to eat the holy bread of the church traditions? That's weird. The sons got mad and made the bishop and his followers leave the kingdom, and all the bishops decided to leave and return to their own kingdom where they could have freedom. And some of the kings embraced the Christian faith and supported the bishops, while others turned their backs on the faith and lashed out at the bishops. And Christianity spread a lot during the 5th, 6th, and 7th century, and godly kings protected the bishops and church, while ungodly kings and their influence hindered the church and the faith. And when the kings offered support and protection for the church, they were blessed with sovereignty. And Laurentius was trying to quit Britain. He was trying to flee the church and was worshiping idols. It was Saint Peter who appeared to. They say it was Saint Peter who appeared to Laurentius and caused him to embrace the faith and be baptized. I doubt that Saint Peter really himself appeared to him, but I do think he may have had some sort of salvation or whatever. Well, many people claimed that back then. And they say it was Peter who was fleeing Rome that had a vision about Jesus and returned to Rome, where he was captured and crucified. And in the story about Mellitus and the fire, he went to the fire, but through prayer avoided being burned. The wind changed direction, and the city avoided destruction. And then the fire then went out. The people of that time explained nature's actions and reactions as being tied to people's actions. The monk of St. Benedict lived by rules, and the 3 monks who were bishops were more like missionaries. And Bede was a monk known for his spirituality and was also considered a scholar. And the 3 bishops were later canonized and were also considered holy. So that's all.
All right. Thank you. The Venerable Bede. I've been to his burial place. He's buried in the cathedral at Durham.
I'm guessing he was very venerable.
He was venerable.